Good evening, everyone. Psalm 51, verse 7. Purify with hyssop. And John 19. Psalm 51. Cleanse me with hyssop, and I will be clean. Wash me, and I will be whiter than snow. That's obviously David talking in Psalm 51. Exodus. This is Moses. Take a bunch of hyssop and dip it in the blood that is in the basin, and touch the lintel, which are the doorposts. This is at the Exodus, with the blood that is on the basin. And again, we look at that, and he's covering the sins of the people inside the dwelling with blood on a hyssop branch. Hyssop is the tool that is used to purify. Psalm 51, purify with hyssop. John 19, Jesus is on the cross now. At this, when Yehoshua knew that all things were now completed, to fulfill the scripture, he said, I am thirsty. And a jar full of sour wine, which tastes like vinegar, was sitting there. So they being a Roman centurion, put a sponge soaked with the sour wine on a hyssop branch and brought it to his mouth. When Yehoshua tasted the sour wine, he said, it is finished. And he bowed his head and gave up his spirit. Now, why would it specifically mention hyssop? Because Jesus had taken in 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 21, it says that he who knew no sin became sin on our behalf. He couldn't die with that sin on him, because then he couldn't raise from the dead, because he would be confined by sin. And it would have been illegitimate. But when he was touched with the hyssop, it says he turned his face away and said, now all things are complete. Why? He was ready to die now, because the sin had to be removed so that he could, after 3 days, he could rise. And he did. So hyssop is a very critical portion. It's what Moses used to purify the water when they left Egypt, crossed the Red Sea, got to the other side, and they couldn't drink the water because it was rancid. God said, take a hyssop branch and dip it 3 times, redemption, in the water, and the water was purified because of the hyssop. So you can't make this stuff up. And Jesus was purified because of the hyssop branch. StreetlightGR.com, Facebook, YouTube at Streetlight Bible Study 4006. Be blessed and always be a blessing to others. You never know who you'll touch. Our role is to win souls, create disciples, and you can't win people. If we look like sour grapes, nobody's going to be attracted to us. So go out and be blessed and be a blessing. Thank you for tuning in.